Hi Sydney, I'm back, and this time we're going to make a two crust pie. I already have the bottom done. I thought I did. Hold it a second. Yeah, I do. I have 5 pies made now, so I lost one. So I already have the bottom done, and so now I'm going to make the top crust. And as I said before, always use new dough for the top crust because you want it to be as flaky as it can be. And you know, I usually use plenty of dough to make the top crust because I want to be sure that I have enough and I don't have to make it too thin, because then it's really hard to get it folded and get it on top of the pie. I still don't really like this roller. I'm going to spray it with some Pam and put some more flour on it and see if that helps. Yeah, that helped a little bit. Okay. Just going to keep rolling it. I'm going to use a little bit more Pam. That seemed to work pretty well, actually. I usually just use the handles, but this rolling pin works a lot differently than a wooden one for some reason. Okay, I need a little bit more flour on here. Yeah, it cracked a little bit over here, so I want to make sure that I get it big enough, because I'm going to end up cutting that side off a little bit. Okay, I think I should be okay, but just in case I'm not, see this little crack right here? I'm going to go ahead and just wetten this down a little bit, and I'm going to add some leftover pie crust to it and blend it in, just in case I do need that extra. And whenever you do that, then always take a little bit of additional flour, sprinkle it on, and then just very gently roll it so that it's all fused together. Okay, I think I'll be okay, but just in case, I went ahead and made sure I had enough. So again, I'm going to take my pizza cutter, because I don't want any of those cracks, because they will make the pie crust tear too easily when I'm picking it up. I think that's one of the secrets of being able to be successful in making a two crust pie, is that it doesn't rip when you're picking it all up. Okay, so now I'm going to take this, I'm going to go ahead and fold it over. I'm going to go get the bottom. Okay, I hope you can see that. This is the rest. I've already made one peach pie, so this is the rest of the pie filling is right in here. So I'm just going to put this in here. And then we have to prepare the edge of the pie so that it doesn't boil out. You need to make sure that it's sealed really well. So let me wash my hands here very quickly. I'll be right back to do that. Because this is a little bit of a trick. Always take a little bit of cold water, and I want you to just dab the edge of the bottom pie crust. We're going to do that because then the top pie crust is going to fuse better to it. And then your pie isn't going to leak out all over the place. In theory, anyway. Once in a while it does, but for these 10-inch pies, I used 4 cups of fresh peaches, and then some sugar and some cornstarch, and then just a little bit of cinnamon. Oh, I'm going to ignore that for now. because I'm going to finish this video. The last thing you have to do before you put on the top pie crust is you need to take about 1.5 tablespoons of butter and just cut it and just put it around in the pie evenly. And I do use butter. I don't use margarine. I think it gives it a better flavor. So there you go. I'm going to use a little bit more. It was a little bit chintzy. Okay, so now we have the butter. I'm going to wipe my hands off real quick here so that I know that I can pick up the pie crust. So now I'm just going to very gently pick up the pie crust. I just lifted it right over the top. And then here is where you want to be sure and try to grab the majority of the pie crust so that when you flip it, it doesn't break. That worked perfectly. So now I'm going to just press it a little bit on the edges to kind of seal it. And then I'm going to cut around the edge. I'm going to leave about 1/2 inch this time because we're going to fold it under and then flute it. So again, about 1/2 inch. We're going to leave. My pie crust is thin enough that it's not going to make a real thick crust on the edge, so you don't have to worry about that. And this pie crust is so flaky that most people love it. It's not like they're going to eat the pie all the way to the crust and then throw the crust away, because this is really good. Okay, so now we're just going to take this and see how this is under here. Just want to kind of pinch that together and then fold it under. Pinch it together, fold it under. Pinch and fold it under. And again, the reason why you do that is because that pie is going to boil underneath and you don't want it leaking out under your pie or over your pie. So you just pinch that a little bit. Pinch again. Until you've gone all the way around the pie. It's a 10-inch pie, so it takes a little bit longer, a little bit bigger circumference. And then again, just to make sure that it is sealed, I'm going to just push it again just a little bit before I even flute it. Okay, and then once again, take your index finger and your thumb and then lay this index finger down and just pinch. So you're all the way around the pie. There we go. Now we have the pie is ready. You can see it. The pie will need to vent when it's cooking, so go ahead and make like like a letter C or half moons. This actually looks more like a moon, like that. And then I just make a pretty little decoration here. Kind of looks like a leaf. This is how Jan used to decorate her pies, so that's how I decorate mine. Voila! When you put it in the oven, be sure and put some aluminum foil around the very edge until the last 15 or 10 minutes of baking, and then you can remove the edge. That's it. Now you know how to make a pie, Sydney. Now don't you wish you would have watched more when you were young? But no, you wanted to go mushroom hunting and fishing instead. But I'm glad that you're learning now. Talk to you later, baby. I love you. Bye.